everyone, and welcome back again to a Space Day Sunday. And on this Space Day Sunday, we will be having Stock Wars with Spire versus BlackSky. So, are you ready for this one? Let's go! Some of the differences between BlackSky and Spire. Now, a lot of you might think that there isn't many differences between BlackSky and Spire, as they are both two satellite companies that are providing data and analytics to their clients. However, are you in for a surprise? Because I have found quite a lot of differences between these two companies, and let me tell you what, I'm really excited to share them with you. So if I was to compare these two companies, kind of to give you an idea on what they are offering to their clients, I would have to say that BlackSky, if it was relatable with an animal, would definitely be the eagle, okay? And Spire, please don't take this in a condescending way, because it's not, but Spire would definitely be the bat, okay? So we are dealing with a bat and an eagle. And the reason why I chose these two animals to represent these companies has to do with what they are providing to their clients. So Spire is basically a sensor-focused satellite company that's providing data to their clients through use of sensors, okay? Whereas you have BlackSky that is using imagery, actual images of the Earth that are being delivered to their clients so they can actually see with an eagle eye view parts and areas of the Earth where they want to gather their information. So by having these two different styles per se of gathering data, you have the sensor and then you have the imaging, they are able to help their clients decide decisions made based on the type of companies that are using them. So someone that would be looking to use more of the sensor and they don't really need as much direct imaging would definitely pick Spire over BlackSky, in that the sensors are able to offer probably a quicker real-time data, in that the fact that it's not actual images that they're capturing, it's not photos, it's simply sensing. So they can track things like in maritime trade, they can track things like illegal fishing, they can track weather, forest fires, different things like that, as far as air traffic even, tracking of airplanes and whatnot, can all be done through the use of sensors versus imaging per se. So that would definitely be a good advantage that Spire has. However, when you look at BlackSky and the fact that they offer actual photos, okay, so actual, and their refresh rate is really quick as well. So they're able to revisit, one location, take a picture, revisit it, a little while later to see exactly what has changed in that location over that short period of time. Now, Spire cannot perform that. As far as delivering that image. So if the US government wants to see what's going on somewhere and they need to see it via a photo, yes, they are going to choose probably BlackSky over Spire. So when people are looking at these two different companies, you can't just lump them together and say, okay, well, all they do is satellites, they're both satellite, data providers, yada, 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 because that is not the case. They deliver a very different type of how they collect their data. They deliver it in a different way to their clients. So do keep that in mind when you're looking at these two companies. Don't put them in the same basket because they offer different things to their clients. Now, what I think is really, really cool about BlackSky is BlackSky goes a step beyond for their clients. They do tasking, satellite tasking, and they basically put the reins of the satellite in the hands of the clients. So let's say a client wants to have full control over where the images and the timing of the images are taking place. BlackSky will deliver the tasking ability to the client, and the client will basically take control and decide when and where they want the pictures taken. Now, as far as I know, I don't think that Spire is really offering that ability. So this is a huge advantage for BlackSky, especially, for the military, to be able to deliver that tasking to them. Speaking of the military, those Gen 3 satellites that BlackSky will be putting out in 2023, they were going to start putting their Gen 3 sats in 2022, but that got moved back. So now they plan on delivering the Gen 3 satellites in 2023. And what is amazing about these Gen 3 satellites is instead of having it's going to enhance their view. So it's going to enhance their view from a 1 meter resolution to a 50 centimeter resolution. That is a huge leap in technology that they will be delivering their clients, especially the military, for enhanced visuals of the Earth. And also, what's interesting about the Gen 3 sats when they do come up is they currently, right now, with BlackSky's Gen 2 satellites, they can only capture images from dusk till dawn. So during, daylight hours. However, once they get these Gen 3 sats up in 2023, they will be offering night vision. So night vision is going to be very important for, military special operations and things like that. And it enhances the period to a 24-hour capture period versus just from dusk till dawn. So this is going to even enhance their ability to deliver more information to their clients round the clock, 24 hours a day, which is going to be a huge boon for BlackSky. Now, another difference between the two is that BlackSky satellites are a little bit bigger. They're still small sats, but they are going to be a little bit bigger than Spire's satellites. So when you're comparing the two, I don't want you to think that a larger number of satellites means that the company's better. Because if you were to look at BlackSky right now, BlackSky has about a dozen satellites up, okay? And whereas if you look at Spire, Spire has like 150 satellites up. So you may think, oh wow, Spire's doing so much better because they have 150 satellites up in the air. But you have to understand the type of satellites that and the things that they're delivering. So with Spire, they have 150 nano satellites. And when I mean nano satellites, I mean like 10 centimeters by 10 centimeters by 10 centimeters. So these are like really, really tiny cube satellites. So of course, it's going to be easier to get a bunch of these nano satellites up compared to, a bigger small sat. And keep in mind though that these nano satellites, they don't deliver the same things that BlackSky satellites are delivering, because these nanosats only have the sensor technology. They are not taking 50 centimeter resolution images of the Earth. They're using sensors. So because they don't need all that extra stuff, yes, they can be smaller, and it's easier to send up 150 like really small ones than it is to send up some really technologically advanced small satellites. So don't look at the constellation numbers right now, because just because BlackSky has less in orbit right now doesn't make the company any less valuable than Spire. So please do keep that in mind. Now, some of you may be thinking, okay, this particular area of space is overcrowded. You have a lot of companies that are coming into this small sat data analytics business, right? So we're dealing with Spire, we're dealing with BlackSky. Let's throw out another one. We also have Planet Labs. So we have these different satellite companies, and you might think, wow, this is getting crowded. Is there enough business to go around? In fact, yes, right now, there isn't enough competition. I know that sounds crazy, but there's not. There is high demand right now to get this data. And so right now, there is plenty of room for that competition. And as you can see, each each thing, right? So Spire and BlackSky, while they may be delivering data, they're doing it in different ways. So just because there's more than one company out there that's doing this doesn't mean that it's not going to suit different clients for different purposes and different reasons. So also keep that in mind as well when you're looking at this part of the space sector. Spire's name, when it was first founded, was Nano Satisfy Inc. And apparently, the founders and people weren't quite satisfied with that name, so they decided to change it to Spire. And I don't know about you, but I am more satisfied with Spire than I am with Nano Satisfied, because Nano Satisfied sounds like not as satisfied. You know, you're not as satisfied. So yeah, the name changed is definitely a win for Spire. I'm happy they changed that name. So let me know what you all think in the comments below. Do any of you own BlackSky or Spire? Do you own both? Is there one that you prefer over the other? And do you want to share why you think that, in this battle of stock wars, which one do you think is going to overtake the other? Will Spire do better than BlackSky? Will BlackSky do better than Spire? It's always fun to see, what you as the audience thinks about both of these companies now that you know some of the differences and now that you know what they can deliver to their clients. I want to know what your take is on these two stocks. So let me know what you think on this episode of Stock Wars here on this Space Day Sunday. Let me know in the comments below. Also, be sure to follow me on Twitter if you haven't already at handle StockTrekGirl. And there we can discuss more about different space companies such as these two and Rocket Lab, which seems to be a fanfare favorite. And I'll be excited to see you there. Until next time, live long and prosper.